Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel again. Today in this video we're going to see another important and very interesting interview question on Route 53. So the question is, how do you configure a domain name in Route 53? Okay, so here the interviewer may test your knowledge on have you already configured any of the domains in Route 53 or not. Okay, so now we'll see what are the steps. So to register a domain name with Route 53 or transfer your existing domain to the Route 53. So you can just also register the domain name with Route 53, or you can also transfer from the existing domain to Route 53, right? So create a hosted zone for your domain name. Okay, so update the DNS record for your domain name to point appropriate resources such as the web service, load balancer, or other services, right? So we're going to see how we can do this one in the real time, right? So now this is the dashboard. If you want to register a domain, so if you don't have a domain, if you want to register a domain, you have to go and search for the domain name to buy the domain from here, right? You can also, for example, my domain name is cloudinstitution.com. Okay, so now I'm going to check whether the cloudinstitution.com is available or not. Okay, so cloudinstitution.com is exact match. Okay, uh, I think I made some mistakes over here, right? So cloud in, yes, Titution. Okay, so I'm going to search for this. Okay, the cloudinstitution.com is not available at this moment because the cloudinstitution.com is our website, and so we have already bought the domain. So for example, if you go for cloudinstitution1.com, okay, so you'll be able to get the exact match of this domain. Okay, if you want to buy this domain, you can select it and you can just go and pay this 14 US dollars, and then you can just make yourself, to make this domain yourself, right? So now once you buy the domain, or if you already have a domain, so what you have to do is that you have to go and create the hosted zone. Okay, the hosted zone exactly has to be the same name in which you bought the domain. Okay, for example, I've just created some kind of a test domains. Okay, so this is the hosted zone. If you want to create a new hosted zone, for example, I want to create a hosted zone, so with the exact domain name, whatever I bought, cloudinstitution1.com. Okay, or if you already bought the domain from some other domain providers like Namecheap or GoDaddy, so you have to transfer the domain to Router 3. I've already posted how to transfer the domain from GoDaddy to Router 3. Please go and check if you don't know how to transfer it, right? So now this is the I'm going to create a new hoster zone. Okay, so this is the create hoster zone. Okay, as you can see here the steps, like so create a hoster zone for your domain in the Router 3. So I've already created it. Okay, so the next topic is going to be update DNS record for your domain. Okay, so create a DNS record. Okay, so and then just leave it blank and give your IP address of your uh, instances. Okay, otherwise you can go on alias and you can go for so you can go for application load balancer, classic load balancer. You can just choose the region. Okay, so which region you have, for example, US the East one. I'm going to check, if I can see any kind of a load balancer. Okay, so I have a load balancer is already available. Okay, you can just go and check whether you can go and configure that particular the domain to be able to route the traffic to load balancer. Or if you don't want to have a load balancer, if you want to have if you are having only IP addresses, you can give IP addresses over here as well. Okay, if you go for some 20.30.40.50, something like this, so if you have an IP address like this for your instances, you can go and configure it and create records like this. Okay, so this is how you can just configure your you can just create a by a domain, and you can just configure domain, and you create a hoster zone, and you can just update the hoster zone to point your DNS records to appropriate resources. Okay, so hope you understand this particular question and how to answer for the interview. So hope you if you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're preparing for the interview, and please stay tuned for with us to learn more interview questions like this in the future. Okay, thank you guys.